Right, in this video we're gonna connect our Telegram. So let's go to Telegram, and we already added this here. Let's just do a ping and say, okay, OpenClaw access configure. So I'm just gonna copy all this and then say go over to OpenClaw, and that is why we set up the interface here first, because I can now go over here. Remember, do not close the terminal before you have done this setup. So terminal needs to stay open until you've done this. Then say, hey, I am trying to connect Telegram, please help, and then just paste in this here. Now OpenClaw, or Bob here, will know what this is about. He'll go check our approval, and he will then connect us with Telegram. And that's because he's smart like that. And let's see, something happened. Done, I approved your Telegram pairing code. So, okay, so can you see this? And yep, I can see your message from Telegram. Awesome, this is now connected. Brilliant. First step, we can now talk to Bob here via Telegram. And if you want to change the image, you can go to Botfather here, and then say something like, I can't remember, set something about image, set user picture. And then you upload an image, and then it sets that image for you. FYI. Anyways, we now got this. I now want to put it online. So I want to give it a domain. So on Cloudflare, I have my domain called ears, earz.cc. Nice and short. We will add 2 A records. So 1 A record is, let me just copy the IP here. We paste in @ which is the root domain, the IP, and we tick off proxy. It helps to turn off proxy because then OpenClaw or Bob can see that it actually has this domain pointed to its IP address. So that was the first one. So it can now publish stuff on this domain, and the next one will be in the star symbol. That's for wildcard. So that is everything below every subdomain. And we're gonna turn off proxy again and click save. Now we will go to Telegram and we will do some instructions here. Okay, ready? So I'll just pause the video and then I'll continue and then read it for you. Okay, I have now written this small little prompt here. This is important information for your memory. Please update your MD files accordingly. I forgot that. Maybe I don't need to add it. Maybe I do. You are deployed on a Hetzner VPS with this IP address. You have an inbound firewall in front of you with the following ports open. I have pointed 2 A records onto this IP address, and then this A record and this A record. Please install Caddy or similar to handle SSS and proxy. This means that you can deploy web pages or web apps on the root domain or any subdomain, as we have pointed a wildcard to your IP address. You should not use a wildcard SSL. It has a tendency to want to pull that. Just pull a new SSL for each new deployment, e.g. dashboard.ears.cc for surfacing the OpenClaw dashboard. Let's send that off to Bob here and see if we can get it to install all this. I have added the prompt over here, and it came back and said it updated the memory files. And then next step, do you want me to install and configure Caddy? Now, and what should dashboard proxy port path? Yes, please do that. Just make it work. Okay, let's see what it did. Installed Caddy and enabled it as a system service. Set it up to auto issue none wildcard TLS search for. Okay, let's open copy to clipboard. Let's see if we can open the dashboard here. That we can. So now we have this live here, and we can close our terminal now. So we haven't closed our terminal yet because the dashboard was tunneled through our terminal here and onto our computer. So now we can close that, terminate, and we can close this dashboard. We now get this dashboard. Okay. First of all, I don't want this IP to be publicly accessible. So the first thing I'm gonna do is say, please add a basic auth on the dashboard. Set the credentials to, and then I'm gonna say user admin password let me in 987. Like, please find something better than this, but we'll do that first. Oh, and then I'm gonna say here, because okay, I'm gonna explain the issue here. The first issue is that now this is open, and in order to connect, we would need to go to overview, then put in our gateway token, and then click connect each time in order to connect to our Bob assistant here. And I don't want that. I just want a screen that when I hit this domain, I need to log in so it's secure. And then I want it to auto-populate the correct gateway token and just connect me when I'm logging in. So instead of having that tokenized thing, I just want to do it like this. So let's say, please also auto-populate the gateway token for me so I don't have to enter it once I am logged in. So we're gonna do that, and it's gonna do some cooking magic. And this is, now you can start to see, like, this is not what you would ask ChatGPT to do. Like, I'm literally telling it to change the code on my server now. So the program running this, it is going in and updating the code directly on the server. Then it says done, added basic auth. Okay, let's see if we reload the page. Yes, admin, and then let me in 987. We don't want to save that. Yeah, and this is, like, I've done this a couple of times. Now we will have to say great, but we are getting this error there, and the gateway token is not set. Now it's gonna try and figure this out, and then we're probably gonna hit another error. So we're gonna hit 2 errors in a row. Right, now it says that error makes sense, yada yada yada. I don't care, I just want it to work. So let's do a refresh. Okay, and like so. Yeah, and now we get this error here. Told you. Okay, but now we get this error. Now we're back. Hard control, I don't know. Just make it work. Let's see if we do a hard refresh here, like so. Okay, last error. Now we are on the verge of getting this to work because now we have disconnected pairing required. That's the last one. So we can now see that it automatically added the gateway token here. So final part is last step disconnected or pairing required. There we go. Let's update this. Connect. Almost. Nope. Still saying disconnected, pairing required. Okay, your browser generated a new control UI ID. So yeah, so it approved another ID for me, but now it's connected. So we can now go to chat and we can see our chat history. We can go to sessions and see which, this is the AI agents that are spun up. And we are now live here on this domain, subdomain, with a OAuth or an authentication credentials in front of it. So it's secure. So now let's give it a test here. Let's say, so let's send this off. What I wrote is, please create a stunning looking website about you, Bob, and how you will help me achieve my goals. Do some research on me, Hans Christian Theisend, and my company Scale by Tech, and create a stunning website. That's more or less it. And then I said, put the website live on https ears.cc. Let's see what it does. Because now it should be able, I don't think there's anything here. Nope, this is blank, as it should be. But we already gave it the skills and instructions to put this online using the Caddy thingy. So let's go to chat, and we can now see that it is doing a lot of stuff. You can't see all this background stuff in Telegram. You have to do it through the dashboard. While this is cooking, the beautiful thing about this is Telegram is on your phone. It's actually a phone app more than it's a desktop app. Okay, says it's live now, and there we go. It is live. Bob, your AI business partner for Scale by Tech. Think clearer, win smarter. How I help? Awesome. It did what I asked it to do. That's awesome. Now I think that's it for this video, because now we've set it up, we've made it public, and we can make it create web apps for us just by talking to it. So I can ask it, please create a small weather app which that defaults to Aalborg, Denmark as the location. Use public available API weather services and put it on weather.ears.cc. Okay, but yeah, you can now create apps and have them online just by writing it. The thing is that you can also say, please install Whisper, so I can just talk to the model. You can go into your config file here and find tools, and I think maybe it's, I don't know. I don't use this interface because it's much easier just to talk to it. Also, for adding API keys, the API keys will live on the server, and I would instruct you to write something like, please create a .env file to keep all credentials and API keys safe. So you just paste them in, but I'll take that in the next video on how to add API keys for different services and how to split up the work task here, because at the moment, if we go to sessions, the main AI bot here is handling everything. So you give it a task, and then Bob here says, okay, I'm gonna handle that. He isn't delegating to sub-agents, even though he can, but he isn't doing it. So we need to give him some information about, like, when should he delegate to a sub-agent, which task to which agent, and so forth. Let's see if he created a weather app. And he did. And it's freaking cold. Okay, that's nice. So now we have a weather app. So you can see, pretty awesome. But this is just for creating micro apps. We can then start to add all the cron jobs, which are scheduled jobs, meaning that every day Bob here could create a new web app, for example, if we wanted him to. But let's continue in the next video. You actually now have, if you followed along this far, you now have everything set up and everything is working. So the next video will be on how to optimize Claude bot here or OpenClaw. Yeah, see you in the next video.